Good morning, church. Pastor Dave here, and welcome to the April 29th edition of the Musings. This morning I'm sending this one out from beautiful Portugal. I'm here at the Lisbon International Airport, getting ready to fly back to the States. I've spent the last few days on the east side of the Atlantic Ocean visiting my son Jordan and his family. And today I want to say something about forgiveness. By the way, there's no connection between the visit and the topic, just saying. The Apostle Paul, writing to his apprentice, Timothy, said this: "This saying is trustworthy and deserving of full acceptance. Christ Jesus came into the world to save sinners, and I am the worst of them." Now, I don't know about you, but to me, Paul is like a mount of faith and obedience, courage. He was steadfast in his mission, untiring in his efforts, and he felt himself to be the worst person he knew, the most abject of sinners. Question: when you look at yourself, what do you see? Do you take note of your virtues and remember your accomplishments? Do you see yourself as one of the good guys? Or are you haunted by your failures, constantly reminding yourself of your mistakes and bad choices? Well, I would suggest that neither of those is a particularly helpful view. They're both a little extreme. To see myself, for example, as a pillar of godliness requires that I overlook a whole lot of screw-ups. But to only see myself as sinful discounts God's forgiveness. So perhaps we need to acknowledge that we are sinners, but not dwell on that fact. After all, God doesn't. Once we are His, He never bothers with our sin again. It's done, dealt with at the cross. It seems to me that we Christians sometimes spend too much time thinking about our sin. Friends, the truth is, your sin is irrelevant. It's not inconsequential, just irrelevant. It no longer factors into the equation. Jesus fixed everything. You and I should be able to move on, to give up worrying about sin, obsessing about our mistakes. We outgrew making mud pies and we outgrew playing hide and seek. Maybe we need to outgrow beating ourselves up over our mistakes. Less time regretting our sin and more time rejoicing in our forgiveness. I mean, face it, if God forgives you, who are you to insist on holding on to your regrets? You don't really think you have higher standards than God does, do you? So let it go. Let it all go. Your sin no longer matters. Just move on from here. You know, whenever Paul took note of his sinfulness, he would add that in spite of that, he was forgiven by the grace of God. You're forgiven too. So act like it. God bless you all.